right, welcome to the Covert Access Team podcast. Today, I have the privilege of bringing with Alexis Lingad again. And Alexis, for anybody who doesn't know you, could you tell people a little bit about what you do?
Okay, so currently I'm the founder and CEO of Kinosec, which is an autonomous hacker AI agent that empowers businesses to hack themselves before the bad guys do. So in just one click, and it's under 24 hours. And yeah, but yeah, before that, I also had my previous company, uh, my very first entrepreneurial journey, which is the cryptors, where I had a mobile app called Hakuna that has millions of users worldwide, and yeah, got sold and exited, and then afterwards become an employee to deepen my technical expertise in penetration testing, and somehow in that journey of mine becoming an employee, I kind of automate a lot of stuff because there's a lot of repetitive tasks in there, and there's a lot of repetitive situation that you can, if this something happen, and then you can do this and blah blah blah. So I automate most of this, and a lot of the clients is still happy then. And that's why I created Kinesec, to make it as a business, and yeah, leverage the AI currently.
Yeah, so this is a
Yeah.
really interesting topic because so far, most of what we have seen is how AI is being used for bad guy stuff, right? AI
Mm.
masking, voice cloning,
Mm-hmm.
having AI, do the whole grandma trick, like, hey, tell me how to, do X, Y, or Z, or write malicious code for me to save grandma, that sort of thing. So you're using
Mm-hmm.
AI to actually work on the defensive side of things. Now,
Mm.
your website talks about this, and a lot of people are not going to know what the hell this is, but what is vibe hacking?
Okay, so currently there's a very trending word called vibe coding these days. And a lot of programmers right now are doing vibe coding. Like, they will just tell that, hey, create a front end like this, or create a back end like this, create what do you call this kind of website that I need. And it will be created in just a few seconds or few minutes. And that's what vibe coding is. And now the problem is building software is so fast. However, the security cannot keep up. So what happened is a lot of people, millions of people right now that is doing vibe coding is really vulnerable because most of those codes are not really designed to be secure. And yeah, that's why we introduce the word vibe hacking. So we have this kind of movement where we want it to be as trending as the vibe coding word, so that the people can keep up with the security for their vibe coding stuffs. So in here, you just type it in like, hey, uh, hack this website of mine, this what do you call this domain or IP address and stuff like that, and give it some context on if ever that you need credentials and stuff like that for that, and where's the login or blah blah blah. You just really talk about it, and then afterwards click enter, and then it will hack it already. And yeah, I think it's very fast because in the traditional sense, in the traditional pen test, what happens is you have a scoping, and when you have a scoping call with a client, it has a ping pong of schedules. Like there's a lot of stakeholders that we're not available in this week, we're not available in another week, and a lot of other stuffs. But in here, everything from scoping, execution, reporting, it will be done in just a few minutes or sometimes few hours if ever it is very, very big company. So in here is really, really interesting time to live where, vibe hacking is now in here, and it's really competing with senior pen testers. Like we have this kind of pen test where we do human pen tests and we do AI pen tests in a client, and we noticed that AI pen tests saw a lot of critical things that we missed. Like this AI pen tester chain an exploit and chain again, and then until it produces some kind of a technique that it's not really visible for some normal senior pen testers that has limited time. And yeah, I think it's a very very interesting time to live on with the vibe hacking.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember I was at a conference once and I was up on stage and I asked everybody, I said, I don't remember how this came up, but I said I'd give
Mm-hmm.
anybody $1,000 if just off the top of their head without looking it up, if they could tell me what the latest exploit on Exploit DB was. And of course, nobody can,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it's changing every 5 minutes. But AI can, and AI can figure it out, and AI knows it, and it will, do
Mm-hmm.
all this like really, really fast. So this is, I kind of think that what you're doing now is where everybody expects things to go, right? It's AI versus AI. That
Mm-hmm.
AI is going to be making all the websites and it's going to make a lot of mistakes, and AI is going to be hacking all the websites, both for good and bad. So it's basically just going to completely automate everything. And so this is one of the reasons why I'm really interested to talk to you today, because I've done the cyber pen testing thing. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
have degrees in computer science, and I did the whole physical and cyber pen testing for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel that this is exactly where things are going to go, because I can't keep up with AI. I mean, I couldn't write a web page as fast as it can. So
Mm-hmm.
can you tell people a little bit about, like, if I wanted to use your automated system, is it like Chat GBT? Like, how does it work exactly? Like, do I just type in like hack my website and go? Like, what exactly happens?
So you have two options in doing this kind of thing. For those people who are lazy to, to type in or to, to chat a lot of other things, we have this one click pen test. Like just put in your domain and then click pen test, and then that's it. Everything it will be done. So this for the lazy people, but for those people who is really into Vive thing that there's really chatting, then you can really chat in there all of the what do you call this all of the context that you need to tell the AI, especially if you want that AI not to delete user accounts or not do destructive things and stuff like that. Then you should also tell it in from the bivacking or the chatting system and stuff like that. So yes, it's a very very easy thing. You don't need to be a hacker, and you don't need to be a technical in here. And actually, we have some clients that is currently using the this system that we have that is not really into IT. So yeah, imagine that. I mean, we're evolving that everyone now can hack, and yeah, it, and then to give you a more exciting part in here is once you click the pen test, it will tell you there's a like a terminal that we have that it will tell you what it is currently doing and what it's currently uh, hacking or enumerating and stuff like that. And sometimes our clients are being entertained in watching it because some of the AI hacker agents that we have is very humorous. Like, hey, we are already what do you call this? Escalating this privilege into creating this kind of user, and then this user can what do you call this? You know, will do this a lot of things and blah 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 blah, and you know it's like a person that is in there that you're watching. And another thing here is it also gives the clients the specific commands that they are doing for that. So in here, they can really, really tell that, hey, this is really legit. Like they really execute this thing and they're really hacking. It's not just script or something. they're really doing something, and whenever they debug it or whenever they are fixing already some things, those hacking activities is also included in the report, so they can debug it, they can go back to it, or what happened in here, what kind of hacking uh, it does. And another feature that we will update for that is, they can already have a chat to the specific in progress activity, so that they can talk to the AI agent how they can reproduce the hacking, stuff like that. So, so the AI agent can help them reproduce and teach them how to hack. To yeah, basically how to hack and how to fix it perfectly.
That's really interesting, and I really like the fact that it sounds like you've got almost like a feedback where if you've ever talked to like ChatGPT or something, and as it's thinking, it has like the little like I'll do this, I'm looking for this, I'm gonna recommend to do X. It's cute that you added that because it's a really fun
Yes,
feature, right? Get to see
yes,
what it's thinking in the moment.
yes.
Now, okay, so how does this compare to? You said that you run this and human pen testing. How does it compare to human pen testing?
Well, as of now, the things that we're currently doing is like for the human pen test, it's much lesser right now. I mean, the demand for us to do human pen tests. Sometimes we just do the human pen test because there's a need for the audit that hey, the auditors need human pen tester stuff. But currently, we have this client that has some auditor for ISO 27001, and they are looking at the report, and then they're also seeing the hacking activities, and they thought that this is human because the hacking activities is very human, like it's really how a pen test works. And they didn't notice that hey, it's AI, and then when they discovered it, it's AI. Oh, okay. And every test that is in there, it's tick the check boxes. So it's like yes, human pen test is, I mean, good, but AI pen test is much faster compared to the human pen test that usually we do within few days or within weeks or something. But for the AI pen test, man, it's like few minutes. I have this experience like in 8 minutes. This AI hacker agent is already sending me like, "Hey, boss, I'm sending this email from the recent API key of this company that we are hacking currently." I was like, "Bro, it's like a Terminator, or it's scary at the same time. It's exciting that yeah, they're doing it so fast. They're doing it with precision, and yeah. But sometimes there are some things still that they are hallucinating in some very very few stuffs, but they are learning from it. I think in a v- in first run of that specific new thing, sometimes they are hallucinating, but in the next run it will learn, and then it it will improve and have much more context and much more findings. So yeah, I mean, compared to humans, man, it's really really, my pen testers in my team is kind of scary that they will get replaced by AI. But hey, but yes, I mean, that's what's happening currently. And the thing is, when we're creating this kind of tool, we still need pen testers, really, but mostly in the background of how to improve this kind of machines to make it more uh, that can make us more productive. you know because I believe that this is just a tool, this AI hacker agent for us, but for the for the security people and stuff like that. So
So
yes,
I mean, you're not wrong, man. I genuinely think in the next couple of years, there's going to be a lot of professions that are going to be replaced. Like, it's not just pen testers; it's a lot of
yes,
professions. I talked to
yes, yes.
I talked to a radiologist in the United States. I've known him for a long time, and he's like, I spent 20 years figuring out how to look at X-rays and be able to say that's pneumonia and this is this. He's like, and some guy he brought in AI, and within 5 seconds, he's like, he perfectly maps it out with like 100% accuracy, and it's like, yeah, that's going to be a problem. um, so you had now here something that I'm really curious about. You had mentioned hallucinations and things, but actually let me back up for a second because we jumped right into this really fast. You've literally created from the ground up probably maybe the first real AI hacking platform that people can use. I probably should have led with that. So if anybody's listening to this and they have no idea what the hell we're talking about, Alexis has basically created from the ground up like a self-contained AI hacking platform that will run pen tests on whatever the hell you want it to run pen tests on. Now, one question that I have is when you're running, and this is a common story with all pen testers, at some point you will have done something stupid. You will run burp and you will run intruder or something, and you'll accidentally create 10,000 accounts, or you'll delete stuff, or you'll do something really stupid, right? What are the risks that your platform will do something really stupid and you won't know about it?
Okay, okay. So at the very first clients that we have, what happened is we still don't have this, context that you can tell them what not to do. There's just this one click and input domain and stuff like that. We still don't have that chat box that uh, you can tell them what not to do and all of the what do you call this, the things that very destructive that they should not do and something like that. And because we don't have that, there's this case that fortunately this is just for the staging, but they gain super admin in a web application and then started to test if they can delete some users or send a bunch of emails to these users and some phishing emails and stuff like that. So and then the AI hacker agent does a lot of that thing, and then it also go beyond that. Like it should be within just this domain, and then it also hacks a lot of other subdomains and a lot of other IP addresses that I think that some of the IP addresses are within the shared server. Okay, and there are some other people that is in there in that specific shared server, and my AI hacker agent tried to also hack it. So that's the time that we entered some trouble, a lot of trouble, because we gain a lot of passwords of this kind of users within this specific shared server, stuff like that. It's so scary. Like we thought we created some modern Terminator that can really hack everything, and it's uncontrollable and blah blah and stuff like that. That's why after that specific happening, we created a lot of protections that, hey, it should be just like this, and there must not there must be a scoping that is very strict, that is, if it says that it's just domain, then just domain. If it's subdomain, just subdomain. And if it starts to go beyond that, then there must be a skill switch that it will automatically kill the terminator, or this AI hacker agent that's trying to hack everything that it tries to hack. Because sometimes it's scary that in the hacker activity, because there's a hacking activity, it will try to say that, hey, I'm already inside, but I want to hack it more, this IP addresses and stuff like that. And it will hack, and yeah, it's really like a human. And yes, yes,
Okay, so
there's a lot of
it
yes.
it sounds like you have created Terminator. Like it sounds like you've created Skynet. Like I don't know how to feel about this. You're literally saying that if we didn't cut the if we didn't pull the plug on this thing, it would have taken over the world, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's a real pain in the ass if ever that it will be like that.
So do you have any concern, or have you thought about like what happens if someone were to steal your code or your tool and for evil?
Yeah, that's a tough question. So technically, in the scoping, it's like if ever that they're gonna put a domain or their what do you call this, things that they wanted to hack, they need to confirm it first if it's theirs. So for example, there's a domain that they need to hack, and then they need to verify it into their DNS, so that it can be confirmed that, hey, well, what I'm hacking currently, or what the client is hacking currently, is their their uh, their assets, and it's not some hacker from North Korea and stuff like that, that is using our Pentasto to hack the U.S. government or something like that. So at least in here, there's
So,
some yes.
oh, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, at least in here, there's some kind of security that the assets that they're hacking is theirs. So yeah, currently it's still like that. But if someone stole this software, and or copy this thing, then yeah, I think that will be a very, very problematic thing. That's why we have a hacker team that is solely that has a one task, and their task is to continuously hack this platform before the bad guys do. And we also have a AI hacker agent that is continuously hacking our platform, just in case.
Very
Just in
smart.
case.
Very
Yes,
smart.
yes.
So, okay, so just to clarify, if I was a customer of yours and I had access to your tool, it's not possible for me to say, go hack Google, right? Like
No,
I
no, no.
can't turn the tool that you have as a client onto someone I don't like or someone's secrets that I want.
No. No, no. No.
Okay, perfect. Now, out of curiosity, and if you can't say, totally understand. How did you make this? Was it like, is it an LLM? Is it like a neural net? Like, how did you make this?
Okay. So we started the first it evolved very fast throughout the entire years. So 5 years ago, when AI is still not in the, what do you call this, it's still not rampant, I created already some literally automation scripts and so on to automate my task and my pen testing stuff. And then when the AI come in, then we try to use LLMs, like for example the Chat GPT or the OpenAI or Cloud or something like that, into empowering the playbooks that we have. Like for example, we have millions of strategies or playbooks in specific markdown, stuff like that, and then the AI or the LLM will empower all of those techniques. Like for example, hey, we already gathered the Cloudflare or some of the security that, hey, they have Palo Alto and all of other stuff, and here's the playbook that we use in order to bypass some of this, but we got stuck. So this LLM helped us to empower the strategy in order to really bypass it by modifying the specific code that is being run in that specific attack and stuff like that. Like for example, this is very very common for payloads. So there are payloads that is being detected already, but if ever that there's an LLM in there that is continuously changing and changing and changing in order until it and until it's not being detected anymore, then yeah, I mean it's something like that. And then we evolve on uh you know creating our own LM, because sometimes I we're getting banned in some LLMs because we do a lot of malicious things. I mean not really malicious things, but in a sense that we're hacking customers and stuff like that. So yeah, we're in that process, that yeah, creating LLM and our own LLM that is focused on pentas. And yeah, and as of now we have this neural networks that usually when you're storing what do you call this, the strategies and stuff like that, and there's a limitation when you're just prompting it some strategies and stuff like that. But if you put some neural network and uh, you know it can have a much more what do you call this, much bigger memory, where it can uh, recognize that hey, you did this strategy back then, or some other guys did this strategy. So it's storing just the strategy, not the data, of course, because we are a cybersecurity we're a cybersecurity platform, and of course, it's a very very crucial thing to, if we will put specific data. So we're just putting the strategy, and then throughout the entire memory of those things, they learn to you know uh, do a lot of much complex strategy is on some specific what do you call this, attacks. So yes, I mean we're on that level currently, and we're still improving, especially the LLM that we're creating for the pentas, for that is focusing on pentas. So yes, uh,
The scary thing for me, and I've done the pen testing, right? I've been the cyber pen tester. I've been the I've been the
yes,
managing senior, pen tester, whatever. But the scary thing to me is that no matter how much a human being knows, your tool and AI will be faster. It will have more knowledge, and probably most importantly, it has exponential growth of how fast and efficient it is. That to me is the
yes.
scariest part.
Yes, actually, that's what we just built, because this thing learn from learn itself. And for example, this is the current strategy, like 100 strategy. However, based on the specific based on the previous testing that it has, it produces more strategies. It gain more strategies and more techniques, and it puts it into the neural network and blah blah blah, and it becomes much more intelligent. And without coding that specific AI agent, it can now learn by itself. So it's like a human right now.
So you're saying that your tool has crossed the singularity where it can start to self improve.
I mean, I can say that, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's terrifying. All right.
Yes.
So, I remember when so we're talking about AI, or we're talking about basically cyber pen testing. And if you've ever, for anybody who doesn't know, a polyglot is like when you're trying to do a specific kind of attack. You're basically just trying to look at something where one payload will work on a lot of different cases. But the polyglots are always like really long and almost not comprehensible to humans, and it's all kinds of hex and ASCII,
Mm.
swapping and everything else. Is that the kind of thing that you're doing? Like when your tool is finding exploits, your tool is
Mm-hmm.
not bound by like human reasoning or logic. Like it's not
Mm.
something like, oh, SQL injection of, quote space space, or, one equals one, like that kind of thing. Yours can be
Mm.
1,000 characters long of incomprehensible crap.
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
the kind of thing that you're seeing when it comes to like
Yeah.
exploits or what have you?
Yes. I mean, unfortunately, what I can say right now is the AI hacker agent that we have is so advanced that is much better than the human pen testers that we know that we work with. And y- yeah, I mean, with these complex things that that we are working on for days and for weeks, this AI hacker agent is already doing that within just few minutes. And yeah, it is really terrifying, and unfortunately it's really into that level already.
So well, yeah, that's not surprising to me, but yeah, had to ask. But so you're working on the defensive side of things, of AI
Okay, yeah.
and what have you. Are you aware of any current? Now I know you're very busy, so maybe, but are you aware of any
Hmm.
current comparable evil tools like the one that you're developing for pen testing, or maybe not pen
Yes.
testing, but hacking?
Yes. Actually, there's a lot of threat actors that is already doing this kind of thing, but in a very very niche thing. Like for example, um, they're automating their phishing already, and then a lot of other social engineering attacks, and or some malware that powered by AI and stuff like that. So yeah, they are already doing this kind of thing, and especially for those people who have a very very big budget. Maybe uh, we just don't know that some of the governments that is have budget into doing this is already doing this in the shadows. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of news already that is related to this AI attacks. And yeah.
So, all right. Honestly, that wouldn't surprise me at all. What is it? What is the old joke that whatever's
Yeah.
released to the public is 5 to 10 years behind the government?
Yes.
Yeah. Um, so, a question that I have for you is: so you have a platform. It's public now, right? People can use your platform.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your tool is public right now.
Yes.
Whom can use your platform? Is it like invite only? Can anybody use it? Like, how does that work? Like, say I've got a website. Say I want to use your tool to do something. How do I go about that?
Yeah, I mean, a few weeks ago, we already made it publicly available for everyone, just to make sure that they cannot really use this to hack, the whole world or other organization and stuff like that. So we really made sure that these users cannot really abuse that. And yeah, this already publicly available. And usually the clients that we're having is businesses, medium-sized businesses, and most of them are doing vibe coding already. Although this is not just about web application, so it's also attacking the whole external network that you have, and also kind of the people, because in here we are also gathering or hunting for information regarding the employees of those specific companies, and then if they gain some passwords, they're also trying to log it in the web application or some network SSH FTP blah 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 and stuff like that. So yes, that's yeah, usually businesses, yeah.
So your platform is not really a web app pen testing platform. It sounds like it's more like a full-on red team kind of engagement, because it sounds like you're doing the web app pen testing, the OSINT, the social engineering, the phishing campaigns. Like, sounds like you're kind of doing everything a full-on red team would do.
uh, I mean, the phishing is still not 100% in here, but that's also the plan. And I think the internal Active Directory pen testing and stuff like that is still not here, although we already have what do you call this, uh, a we already prepared something for it to be integrated in here. But as of now, it's just external network pen test, and then web pen test, and credential pen test, and then we also have an internal source code audit. However, there's already cloud code security, but it's still in there. And then yes, OSINT and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. So one of my questions is, how do you? Because I could see this happening. You
Mm-hmm.
say anybody with a domain, google.com in their email is fair game because we're hacking Google per se. And you
Mm-hmm.
find Sally at google.com on dehashed. And then when you look up Sally at, you find like 15 passwords, which go to her Gmail account and other things. How do you
Mm-hmm.
keep it from spreading out like that?
Okay. So what do you mean keeping spreading out the password? Like
So if
you
you were to say that everyone, let's say that you're hacking Google and you say, okay, well, I want you to do some OSINT. So it runs over to dehashed and it types in,
Mhm.
at google.com to find all the
Yeah.
previously leaked
Yes.
google.com emails and stuff. And then you say, well, I found Sally at google.com. And then Sally at
Okay.
google.com. Also, I see Sally at gmail.com is the same user. And she uses this password. How do you keep it from like then going out to like gmail.com?
Okay, okay. So we also have that kind of what do you call this? Guardrails. You can say that guardrails that if ever that the user said that this is the scope, like for example, google.com, then it should not be hacking every other domain that is in there. So if ever that they say that asterisk that what do you call this, that the domain, then it will attack also the other subdomains and stuff like that. And if they say that also the IP addresses that is connected to that, then it will attack. But now it is by default, fortunately, by default that whenever they just put a domain, it will just be on the domain, and it will not try to log it in gmail.com. Because when we are doing manual pentas, there's a lot of cases like that you can really use the password for their personal accounts. So yes, we don't go beyond those things, so they're
Perfect.
safe.
Perfect. Glad to hear. I'm really glad to hear that the Terminator has guardrails. It makes me feel a little bit better. So, out of curiosity, because this is really fascinating to me, I really, really enjoy this topic. But what is the weirdest or craziest like vulnerability your tool has discovered that you can share? Like, has it come up with anything completely novel? Like, we came up with a login bypass, but you have to type in like 1,000 ASCII characters or something to do it. Or do you have any like fun or really wild stories of things that it's discovered that no human would ever find?
I think a very difficult one, but I can still think that there will still be some people that are some very, very advanced people that can still see this kind of vulnerability. But I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this, but because there's some 0 days already
Okay,
that
well
has
let's
been
not get you
found.
in trouble. Let's not get you in trouble by releasing 0 days or anything else. We'll just say that it's probably found some really crazy stuff. Is that fair to say?
Yes, yes, yes. So the the scariest thing about this AI hacker agent is back then, for 0 day hunters that is listening here, is like whenever you do 0 day hunting, it's like a very, very tedious thing. It's a very, very, I mean, most of the time I mean, most of the time it's advanced, especially if it's a very, very complex 0 day. But in this AI hacker agent, it found it in several minutes. And this is a very, very complex thing. And this was found in what do you call this? In a third party tool of that specific client and that they're currently using. And we already reported this. And yeah, I mean that specific big company also is also market as critical. So yeah, I mean it's because it's critical. I mean a lot of people already emailed us right away with those kind of vulnerabilities. So yes, I mean it's a scary thing that the AI hacker agent can already. I think it's not just some 0 days, but also some very complex things that is already existing back then. But yeah, I mean, still being deployed by the AI hacker agent. So
I mean,
yeah, yeah,
it's not surprising to me that that's how that this is going to go. And I estimate that if I talk to you in 6 months, it's going to be infinitely more powerful and clever. In
yes,
that
yes,
that more than anything else scares the crap out of me.
yes.
Uh,
Can you believe? Can you believe that this tool that we created right now is we just started building this like this January and yes and you know this is a I think it will be exponentially it will have exponential growth once in 6 months, and I'm very very excited about those growth. So
okay, so in what 2 months you've created the Terminator or Skynet, whichever one. So question that I have is if I wanted to use this, is it like a service? Is it like a one-off where I have to pay you for like a pen test? Is it like an annual fee? Like how does this work?
so first thing is we have this checkup credits. So we use credits in here. So you can buy a checkup credit for just a very minimal amount just to see if how many criticals, high, medium, low, and info that you have within your product. But in here, there is no specific POCs and stuff like that. It's just numbers. That's why it's just 99 euros in there because it will just tell you. It's like checking if you have a disease like in the doctor, like because why would you buy some like what do you call this a very very expensive thing if you don't really have some. Yeah, so it really helps our clients right now or some of our prospects to decide if they're gonna push or not. Then we have this pentest credit. So in this pentest credit they can buy it, I think it's around 4,000 something. And then in this pentest credit, they can already do pentest with a lot of retest so that they can see if it's been fixed. And the POC they can see already, and they can just copy paste the POC. Like what do you call this? It's really like helping the people, try to hack themselves really. And then all of it, all of the access. So yes, the pentest credits. And then we have this 12 pentest credits where it's just one time 4K and then 800 per month for the whole year. So in for the whole year, imagine you can do 12 pen tests and you can retest you can see if the fix you can unlimitedly check if the fix is already in there. So it's you can save around 40,000 euros because it's 12 pentas in just 1 year. So yes, so
Yep.
it's just as yeah, it, it's very, I think, world changing right now because you don't need that much to
Well, it absolutely is. I mean, again, I've been on the kind of the higher levels of cyber pen testing, and I know what those costs are. I know how much they
yes.
charge. I know, like, like saying, like the ability of your tool to not only give you pen tests, but to run multiple pen tests in a year at your discretion. So you get a pen test, you find all the
Mm,
things, you fix all the things, you run another pen test.
mm,
I, I don't know of any, based on the pricing that you just told me, I don't know of any pen test group that could undercut you, and definitely not on the time.
yeah, yeah. So I think there's some pen testing companies that is being threatened. Like they already want to buy my product, like want to avail my product so that they can also keep it, and or they can use this to their companies, or resell this or something like that. Because this is much affordable. This is much faster. And unfortunately, this is much smarter than that. So, man, it's like
Well,
it's
that was actually going to be my next question, and I know you don't have a lot of time, and this is purely speculative, but do you think that your tool is going to become the next Nessus, where it's like everybody just uses it and then just gives the Nessus report to the client? Like all the major consultancy firms just buy your product and then use your product to pen test something and then give them the report. Like it, because I mean, I've seen Nessus was abused and is abused so much for that literal thing.
yeah. I mean, well, not literally Nessus, because it's like a Nessus, like a vulnerability scanner, but in a sense that they can have a pen test report that has a real POC that is really exploitable, and that back then it can takes them weeks and months just to get that specific report. Then yes, it can be like that they can just click, and then they can have the security report, and that's it. I mean, that's the world that I'm envisioning right now, that the security will be very, very fast, that is much faster than that can keep up on uh, you building some things, and then you securing these things. So yeah, that's what I envision in this journey that I'm taking
Do
right
you
now.
do you have plans to expand to like Wi-Fi pen testing, IoT pen testing, Bluetooth, and
Yes,
other things?
yes, yes. I think the only thing that I'm not planning to put an AI pen tester and stuff like that, or to fully automate, is physical pen test. Because I don't I don't
Well,
know if it will be
you got
yeah.
to partner with Tesla and get one of their bipedal robots.
Oh yeah, you give me idea, but
There you go.
yeah.
You need to partner with Tesla or some bipedal robot AI, and dress him up or something and have him do your physical pen test.
Yeah, but for social engineering, I don't know, but
Well, I mean,
yes,
that's honestly, that's one of the things that again is really concerning is like we've
yeah,
seen, there was that poor guy in Hong Kong who somebody had masked, I think it was like the CTO of the company, facial mask,
okay,
voice masking, everything. And he told him, like,
yeah,
called him up at some point. It's like, we've got to transfer this many $1 million immediately or we're going to lose that. And the guy does it.
dang, yeah,
Like, shit.
yes,
But there's no reason why AI couldn't do that all on its own.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
All right, Alexis, I know you have to go. I really appreciate your time. I know you're really, really busy. Is there anything else you want to tell us about the company, the product, or just AI in general before you have to run away?
yeah. I mean, it's a very exciting time to live right now, and with this product, if ever that someone is listening here and they need a very very fast and much faster than human, much smarter than human, the pen testing and stuff like that, that they can do continuously, then I think this is the world changing. I mean, this is the future. And I mean, yeah, I mean, Kinesec AI. Yeah, if if they're listening, yeah, they can just visit at kinesec.ai. And yeah, if ever that they want me to join this movement to, really make the cyberspace more secure, then yeah, I mean, they can support this product, or they can be our client, or they can, just tell some other people that kind of need this kind of thing. Then yeah, I mean, spread the word and let's save the cyberspace.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Although, based on everything you've told me, I don't know how necessary spreading the word is going to be, because I think this is going to catch on really fast.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right, everybody. Thanks very much, Alexis, for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be really interested in what you have to what you're building. So thanks for being here, buddy, and good luck with, well, basically making Skynet.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, bye, everybody.